how civilised.
Don't let the bugs bite.
If they do, jump up and give them a fright. I wish I'd known it was definitely food, then I'd have worn my pearls.
Spaghetti bolognese.
What are bollocks?
What are bollocks?
Okay.
I'm just glad we see the true colours out of everyone right now before we get out of here and
Maggie,
act
do you
like...
not think we've seen through
Lady
you?
C, be quiet. Lady C. Lady C, shut up. You shut up.
I will talk if I
No,
won't.
be quiet. You are a rude, horrible woman at the moment, and you've got a very nasty energy about you. Be quiet. We're all sick of hearing your voice. Be quiet.
If you're sick of it, remove yourself.
Oh, be quiet.
Because you don't want to hear the truth. Shout me down, shout me down, shout me down.
This is ridiculous. We are adults. This reminds me of being in a schoolroom.
What I resent is people, when I'm trying to say something, I'm either shouted down, including by women,
Yeah, but you see,
or then, shut up and let me speak.
I'm not going to be speaking.
Or then, if I'm not shouted down, they completely ignore what I've said and do the absolute opposite.
But you are
when
a
they've
rude
asked for
woman.
my opinion.
You're a rude woman.
I'm rude when the occasion warrants it.
It's such a shame because you look gorgeous, you're lovely, and yet you ruin yourself by being so rude, and there's no excuse.
He's bitchy. Don't think we didn't spot what he was up to yesterday.
This is bitchy.
I'm bitchy when I'm speaking the truth about a bitch. And you are a bitch. I think Brian's a bitch. I've thought it for some time. I think he's manipulative. I think he's devious. I think he is the choreographer of many of the dance moves that have been taking place here.
You're very, very rude, you know? You're an incredibly rude lady.
I intend to be.
And you know what?
You know what?
Whatever you get, you deserve, because you're not a nice person. To be honest, I think Lady C's conduct is absolutely outrageous. That's me and her done. That's the end of that. There's no relationship there now. Are you playing a game?
It's not a game. She is superior because her title makes her superior.
Oh, you are an idiot. Yet again, another motor-mouth piece of crap.
I'll add this onto the list of names you have called people.
I really liked you and respected you, Lady C. I had so much respect for you. All I've said is nice things about you, and I'm just really disappointed.
You're disappointed. I'm disappointed in you, my dear. I do not like being surrounded by false creatures posing as the real McCoy. And I hate to say it, but there are far too many of those in this camp.
Let the public decide, that's what I say.
Oh, honestly, that woman, I swear to God, must have been bitten by a bloody vampire when she was a kid.
We think she was first out.
I hope she's first out. I'm sorry. She's so evil. I've held it in for so long. You know it's coming out now.
Your face.
My heart was gone. I thought, I want to really turn around and just wipe the floor with you. And that was me held back, and I know you're the same. We're all the same. I've never come across anybody like her before. And it's so sad. What a shame that she lets herself down by being so nasty. Why do you want to be around somebody like that?
I am not prepared to reward people who have ganged up against me, been abusive to me. Apples will grow on a lilac tree before that happens. They have destroyed my team spirit. They will endure the consequences. That's all there is to it. Because they're a bunch of deadbeats and bores, or pretentious pifflers, and one or two are nice.
Well, this is why you're getting voted. This is why you're getting voted. Precisely. No, well, stop it.
Well, I'm not doing it.
No, stop. But you don't have to. You don't have to do it. But stop talking. Stop talking negatively about people. Stop it.
I don't get why you're not.
Because because I am playing my game now.
Fair enough.
I don't do bellboy hats and serve people. So
and I don't win food for arseholes.
Yeah, but you're going below the belt there, ladies.
That's fine. I'm happy to do it.
Don't go below the belt. I'm just saying.
He's a complete pastiche. Everything's out. He actually feels that he's the leader of this camp. You know, some of the people here will think, oh, he's so wonderful. and they can't see beneath.
I'm starting to lose my patience.
I would be lost to discourage you from expressing If for
yourself.
whatever reason it turns out that you can't,
That doesn't come into it.
may I continue without an interruption from you? Thank you very much.
Yes, you can.
Zip it.
You two are...
No, he's impertinent.
I'm not impertinent. I just
What
said
did I say?
there's no such thing as a negative in this camp, but everything's positive. No one's backing out.
Stop droning on and don't interrupt me when I'm speaking.
I can if I
want
want
to
to.
continue. You can't. I want
I
to
can.
continue finishing
Yes, I can.
without you constantly
can.
interrupting.
Yes,
you
I
are
can.
a drone and
No.
you're always going on and on and on and on and on.
What,
and
you
you're not
d-
going
and
to
you
be
don't?
silencing me.
God, I never.
You have,
So
you
did-
have
did you-
are,
did you
you are
decide
going
against
to
the
back
stop
off,
arguing
as I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted.
Very rudely interrupted.
Oh,
Are you two just trying to see who can get the last word? Is that what this is? Come on.
excuse me, did not interrupt him when he was droning on.
I
He
know,
has
I know.
interrupted
I'm winding
me
you up, lady,
after my
see.
first 2 words.
Because I always talk a lot of old cack, don't I, Vic?
You certainly do.
Yeah, I thought you might say that.
On and on and on. Boring, boring, boring.
God.
I'm just an ordinary guy. And I go to here and there and everywhere.
You want to listen to yourself sometimes. You seriously want to listen to
Such an
yourself?
ordinary guy, a working class.
Sorry, don't lower yourself to her level.
No, pathetic.
Last night, Lady C took it upon herself to use the dingo dimes that we have been accumulating through the challenges over the last couple of days and buy a tin of tomato soup.
Okay. I don't know who's getting what out of it, but I am taking out the soup.
We might be getting a banquet tomorrow.
It doesn't matter. I'm getting it, and that's all there is to
All right,
it.
go on then.
I'm getting it. We've been through this endlessly.
Go for it.
We've
Enjoy
spoken
it.
about it with...
Just get the soup.
Can I have a can of tomato soup?
Great. Now we will be able to flavour the food.
When Lady C opted to get the tomato soup last night, I think everyone was sort of assuming she was saving it for the people of Snake Rock.
Shall we agree that we offer them a quarter of the can of tomato soup?
They can have the whole thing.
No, they can have the whole bloody tin.
They can have the whole
Wow.
We're
thing.
starving for 3 days.
I'm
Can't help
sorry?
themselves. We're going to banquet.
We might have nothing tomorrow.
Well, what about tomorrow? Tomorrow, they've had nothing for 2 days.
We're having a banquet. Do you know what I mean? They can have the soup.
We don't have to have a debate about every decision we have.
No.
Otherwise, it's going to lead to arguments and confrontation. That's the worst
I'm sorry,
thing we want.
if I have an opinion, I'm entitled to it. You like to override everybody and throw your weight around as to what you want, that you're going to...
That's because I'm Big T. I'm Big T.
And you, with due respect, are nowhere near as sensible as you think you are.
Right, OK.
I mean, he's a little better than a buffoon in many ways. The fact of the matter is, most of you, if not all of you, have to consider the effect you're having upon the public. I don't have to. I couldn't give a flying what the public thinks of me.
Lady C, you're the only person squabbling. The rest are all agreed.
And you're all silly.
Yeah, that's okay. You can call it
You're
silly
all
if you like.
Those of you who do, you're silly because you're not thinking through the consequences of your actions.
There's 12 in the camp. We'll make sure we keep back 1/12 of the tin of soup for you then, okay? You can have
I
that.
don't want it.
Right, we'll make your bloody
missed
mind
the
up.
point.
Well, we're
Listen,
giving it to
darling
them.
heart, there's no man who's tall enough or rich enough to cow me. So don't even think of starting.
No one's trying to kill you.
You're a mouse compared to what I'm used
Lady
to.
C, will you please calm down?
It shows a lack of breeding when you call people names.
I am no stranger to a kick-off, you know what I mean? However, seeing LCC kick off and Duncan Bannatyne lose his rag, I'm not going to lie, I felt intimidated. I mean, I'm merely a minnow in comparison to those great whites going at it.
Windbags.
Lady C, just please
Darling
calm.
heart, you're both used to having your way, and I'm more used to
No,
it.
I'm just trying to work things We're all
And-
trying to
and
work
I'm
things
sensible.
as
You're
a
not.
democracy.
You're
You are
silly.
the.
It's a tin of bloody tomato soup.
Exactly.
One tin of tomato
That's
soup,
not
for
the
Christ's
point.
sake. End
There
of
is
story,
a
they're having it.
principle. Everything has a principle.
I've never heard so much commotion over a can of soup. It's just nonsense. I mean, I had people losing their heads in this jungle, you know.
When you are right, you are right. And when you're wrong, you're wrong. And that's all there is to it. If I had done it the democratic way, all of you brain-dead people would still have it in there.
What a nasty woman you are. I don't think Lady C is a lady. I think some of the words she used, the profanity she uses, I've seen her using them so many times. She's, in my opinion, never been a lady and never will be a lady.
I'm not in awe of your money or your anything else. You're poverty-stricken compared to what I have turned down already. Poverty-stricken.
There's nothing wrong with being poor. It's not a shame to be
Nobody
poor.
said
I was
there
brought
is.
up poor. I didn't have a bank account that was 30. There is no shame in being poor.
Nobody
There's no
said there
shame
is.
in being working class. There's no
Nobody
shame in
said
being
there
common
is.
class. No shame whatsoever. So don't use
Nobody
it as
said there is. But you're now used to throwing your weight around.
No, I'm not. We all voted that they should have the soup.
They've been really suffering over there, Lady C. That's all we're saying.
Darling heart, my heart bleeds up to a certain point for everybody. And thereafter, my good sense kicks
We've got
in.
work to do, Lady C. Lady C is the most selfish person I've ever met in my life.
I made a decision, and as long as I'm in the leader's chair, I can listen to what everybody says, and I do not have to agree with it. And if I don't agree with it, I go the way my judgment tells me.
Look, this is a team. Listen.
Excuse me, my dear, I am the one who has made the greatest sacrifices for this team so far. You laugh all you want. You're a little pussy who's not even been able to, or been wanted to do even one trial or challenge yet. So keep your cackle to yourself. Thank you very much.
Pussy and things like that, it shows your lack of breeding.
You clearly have no concept of what breeding is all about. Calling you a pussy is calling you a coward.
Going forward with Lady C, I'm just going to try and keep out of her road and not have any debates with her. And Lady C's opinion, Lady C is never, ever, ever wrong.
It's a beetle. I'm like, wow, that's really, you know, that's cool, it's interesting. It's part of the jungle.
We'll have to wash that mug.
Don't put it on the fire.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
okay.
tell
All
me
right, well,
what
it's
to
done
do.
now.
No, that's really cool.
But leave it.
Fry it out there.
There was a piece of vermin. I did what any sensible person would do. I threw it in the fire.
It's a beautiful beetle.
I don't need any input from you. You're a chippy oik and I've had a belly full of you.
It's cruel. You shouldn't do it.
I couldn't. You are a hypocritical, pretentious arsehole. That's what you are. I've had enough of you.
Good. I'm glad you've had enough of me because I've had enough of you too.
It's none of your business, arsehole.
I'm pulling you up because you put a beautiful beetle on the fire. That's not right.
You arch hypocrite. You pretentious piffler.
Any more? Do you
You're
want to throw?
a chippy oik. That's what you are.
Want to throw any more at me?
With the brains of a pea and the mouth of diarrhea.
If you were any kind of a lady, you would not have a tongue on you like
know
you do.
the definition of one. You've never met one.
Well, I'm certainly not looking at one at the moment. I'm telling you that.
I couldn't care less what your opinion of me is.
That's fine.
My opinion of you is that you are the lowest of the low, aside from being a goddamn bore.
That's the trouble with you. You live life and no one's told you what to do, and no one's put you in your place. You don't throw creatures on the fire. You don't do it.
He's not going to verbally attack me in front of a whole load of people. And since I have an IQ of 154 and he most likely has one of 54, if that, I don't think there's anything wrong with my powers of discernment, while there's clearly a lot wrong with his. And aside from anything else, he's a blasted liar and a gutless creep. Let me tell you something, boy. You are of no significance to me.
Ooh,
You
I'm
may
a
be
boy
very
now, am I?
impressed with who you are, but
Am I
as
a
far
boy
as
now?
I'm concerned, you are a total zilch. You're so used to creeps and dolly birds and tarts in awe of you because you can sing. I mean, you don't even have a particularly good voice. I mean, you're certainly no Carreras, that's for sure.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
But it wasn't
That's
correct
it.
for you to stuff your face and your greedy guts with live things. How the hell do you think they got cooked?
I haven't eaten
The
any
crabs
live.
were alive when they went in, and the octopus was also live. You're such a dumbo, it's beyond belief.
You finished?
You're a hypocrite.
You finished?
Yes, I am.
Fine, well then don't talk to me anymore, please.
That will be my pleasure.
I think Lady C is keener to stay in for the duration.
I'm not. Where did you get that from?
Oh, you said it earlier.
I did not say that. I
Okay.
said it's a matter of complete indifference to me whether I stay or leave.
Okay,
I
good.
have not said I want to stay, and I have not said I want to go.
Okay.
We're going to be great as a team.
It's flashing its tongue. I'm sorry. Get me out of here. Sorry. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Thank you.
What happens now? That's it.
I'm sorry. It's over. And I'm really sorry, but
Are we all get out then?
it's like a 30-foot python.
Oh,
It's bestirred. I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I'm not prepared to jeopardize my life for the entertainment industry.
Don't worry, it's all right.
And leaving my children motherless at the age of 22 for any game. You know, by the time it's pythons, they wrap themselves around you and it's virtually impossible. We are not going to tell anybody who supported Tony and George.
Well, that's all of us.
It's all of it, so just shut up.
That's
Shut your mouth
absolutely
then.
everybody.
Yes.
Yep, we're 100%.
Okay.
We're 100%
Okay.
together, 9 of us. So that's
Okay.
it. So
That's
forget it.
fine. Then we are not telling you anything.
Fabulous.
So he is really annoyed that we didn't do it. Is that what he is?
I don't even want to discuss it. But I am curious to know the basis upon which you thought it
Well, we're not
appropriate
gonna
to
tell you.
deprive
We're not
us
gonna tell you.
of
We're not
the-
going to tell you. We don't care.
I think we'd be curious to know your decision making for Tony and Georgie.
Oh, no, listen.
The answer is the two guys wanted the both of you because they thought that the both of you have complained about not doing enough and that it's boring.
Why are you like,
and
where's that sarcastic coming from?
Georgie's complained about not doing enough?
No, when she was team leader, she hated it. She wanted to do more.
She was only team leader for 20
Yeah,
minutes.
but she hated to do more. You've been around, didn't you, George? You admit it. You've
I
been
did wanna
around
do
and you say,
more.
I want to
Yeah,
do more.
yeah,
So there was no malice in our decision.
Tossers, the whole bunch of you.
Why are you talking over him? That is so rude.
We went to the
Who the hell are you to speak about talking? You, my dear, have verbal diarrhea. Not only do you have verbal diarrhea, you're so full of shit. If you ever took an enema, you disappear off the face of this earth without trace.
Leave it. Leave it.
Be careful who you take on, dear baby boy. Some people actually have sharper tongues than you. Self-important little runt, desperate for attention and can't get any.
We've all been looking out for each other. Okay, you choose to think otherwise.
Not
but we
all
have.
of you. Not all of you have.
We still feel we're a group.
to look
we're a
after
team.
you.
Some of you.
All of us, no.
Some of you.
Most of us, we've paid you
Some
the
of
utmost
you.
respect.
Maybe even
no,
most of you.
Listen to me.
Maybe
we've
even
paid you
most
the
of you,
utmost
but not
respect.
all of you.
Shh. We've paid you the utmost respect. We've tried to help you from the day you got in this camp. So for you to start telling us that we've not been respectful to you and we've not tried to help you is an out-and-out lie. And I'm not having it.
You're
all right?
You're out of line. I'm
not out of line, Chris.
You are out of line. Okay, and
No,
I'm not. And I'll say this, and I'll be polite. Okay.
Okay.
You're segregating the camp right now.
Am
This
I?
is ridiculous.
It is?
You're segregating the camp by doing
Well,
this.
what did I
Will
do?
you shut up and let somebody have a chance to talk? You're always shooting off your goddamn motor mouth.
I haven't
Just
said
shut
anything.
Okay, let me finish.
No, honestly,
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay.
I know that's part of the problem. You're desperate for the limelight. Vain old goat.
I'm an old goat. You're a motor mouth.
I'm a buffoon.
That's a lady talking. Lady. A lady.
You've obviously never run across a lady. That's how ladies talk.
Use elbow grease to uncover each letter and complete the anagram to make camp better.
I'm sorry, I want to know, what is the reward for this challenge? I've not heard the reward so far.
Well, it looks like...
No,
wait
we're not
a
speculating.
wait a minute. It says in order to win this special key. So there's a key for something that's going to give us...
I want to know what the reward is.
Let's have a look
There's
in here.
absolutely nothing
Just have a look,
I
though.
won't need in this world that would induce me to participate in something that is a complete injustice. You can all bugger off. I'm going back to camp. There is nothing anybody can say to me that is going to induce me to change my mind.
You won't even give it a go?
Absolutely not a chance.
Are you sure?
Do I look as if I'm not sure?
Well, I just think we might as well just give it a go.
Why should I?
Well, I'm just...
Absolutely not.
Because we
I
don't
think
know.
the whole thing is an impertinence and an outrage.
No, I know, but look, you know that
No
room?
is the
There's
answer.
a room. There's a
No,
room.
no. I am leaving, and if I have to walk out of this thing altogether, I will do so. Do I make myself clear?
Is there any way you could just keep me company? You don't have to do anything. Just keep me company while I do it.
wouldn't dream of that.
Why?
I would be colluding with an injustice. My dear, if you are stupid enough, no insult intended, to go along with this, good for you or bad for you. I'm not prepared to have any part in it. And also the fact that these two lazy bums know that I have gone out of my way to feed their greedy guts today. And this is the reward, with them casting us in the role that they actually have earned by their complete passivity? I think not.
I would do it for you.
I would not do it for anyone because I think this whole thing is an outrage. No, it's not happening. I'm not doing it. They're dealing with a wrong person. I have nothing to say to either of you.
Well, you should know that the first thought was chivalry. So we were looking after your best interests.
Oh, and how's that?
Right, now, do you want to explain?
Okay, right, let me explain. This is a game. That's
Some
divisive.
games aren't funny.
But
And
listen.
some things are morally indefensible.
Right, listen.
This is one of them.
No, it's not.
Will you let me
actually.
explain?
You may think it's not. I have said it is to me, and there's no discussion on the subject, my dear. When you were shoveling food down your gullet this morning and yesterday morning,
Hey, take it
who
easy.
do you think prepared it?
I know.
I am disgusted by what happened. But it's damn funny that people who are stuffing their gullets on my labour while they were sitting on their big fat asses were able to think that I had done nothing.
It's not personal. We didn't know there was a consequence.
Don't come with that rubbish, my dear. It's
It's
not
the truth.
personal.
It's
you
the
know,
truth.
this
Watch
is
it
a
back.
typical
Watch-
masculine cop-out.
Watch it
It's
back.
not personal. Grow up.
Look,
It's personal.
If we didn't...
If you're man enough to make the decision, stand by the consequences
I
of
stand
it.
by that completely.
Appreciation, my dear, is a wonderful thing.
Listen, if I'd
And
known...
the lack of it is
I-
also notable. 55 years old and you haven't figured out yet that everything has a consequence?
And
give me a break. What planet are you on?
Hold it. I've tried to be fair all the way along. We've tried to look after you as much as possible. So if you want to carry on like this, then that's your choice.
Lady C, where's the vet?
She's dumb enough to be doing it. I told her she shouldn't be doing it. She says she wants the reward. I said, I have 5 tiaras and I turned out one of the richest men on earth. Why? There's nothing that would induce me to sell myself when I think it's wrong. I mean, the whole thing's a goddamn farce.
I think you owe him an apology. Me
For what?
personally. Because I think you don't agree that you should have been bottom, and that's what hurts you more, that they did put you
No, I think I'm completely justified in being upset. You did not realise that there was going to be a consequence. I accept that. It was not maliciously done. Fine.
Absolutely not.
I am not putting on those clothes until our team is treated the way the other teams have been treated. The person who was at the top of the list was the team leader. They have called 3 team leaders and they have not called me. They will be returned and I will pick them up, otherwise I'm not budging. Georgie, Fern and George are at the top of the list. The person who is at the top of the list is number 1, and I need to be called up and I need to collect them and distribute them. Whoever is at the top of the list takes precedence over the person.
No, that's just how they wrote it down, Lady
That's
C,
how
randomly.
That's how me and Vicky wrote it.
Lady C got confused. She thought the name at the top of the list of teams was the leader.
You are how old? 25?
Yeah.
You're 25 and very inexperienced in life. I am 66 and very experienced in life. I do not need anybody's input on any of this.
Can I just do this?
Yeah.
Oh, much better. How difficult was that? You could have saved us all a lot of time and trouble by just doing it in the first place, but better late than never. So I'll be pseudo-gracious about it. The height of hypocrisy that Duncan would have part of the conversation while he had his stuff off.
Do you know what, Ray?
Hey, please do not talk to me like that again.
Don't speak to me at all.
Don't talk to me like that again. You're so rude. Nice choice of language. Very, very ladylike. It's pathetic, to be honest.
Sit down, stop.
It is a height of hypocrisy.
Stop. It affects all the camp when you do this.
Duncan, Mr. Cleanliness.
Stop it, please. Don't go on anymore. I can't stand being the same.
Those 2 old, egotistical men, why can't they give the young people a chance? They don't need it. They don't need it. You know, it's just so selfish.
That's why I vote for George.
Well, George is also the best. He's the most intelligent. Tony doesn't have a brain in his head. The crap that spews out of his mouth. I mean, he has absolutely no sense whatsoever and relentlessly selfish. He's practically saying, I'll give blowjobs if you will vote for me. I mean, what a dickhead, honestly. Ugh.
Just we, innit?
That's we?
It's not poo.
Emu, which has clearly a bit of diarrhea, has done a very runny poo just in front of my bed. I'm sorry, it's diarrhea poo. That's not wee. Wee isn't right. She needs to clean it up.
Where is it, Lady C?
I don't know where it is now because, of course, it might have been absorbed. Duncan, who dodges his duties at every point, he knows that there's a poo and he has completely ignored it and he is lying down, and unless that poo is cleaned up, I want to leave this camp on health grounds.
I was really shocked when George said that she should be the deputy. My inside went like this. Oh, for...
Au revoir, jungle. Never to return, thank God. What are bollocks?